Welcome to the workshop. First review, 2021. But it's a late review because we're reviewing
Wonder Woman
84. And the way you can tell from our reaction, we weren't a big fan of this film.
First off, let's just say, thank God we've made it. Dude, we've made it this far.
We made it. Yes.
And we have a whole new slate to go off on.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. But we got this movie at the end of the 2020.
The last movie,
which was like awesome.
Of 2020.
It really was. It really was, you know. But
the last blockbuster film
of 2020. Put that in quotes.
Of theaters in general, I would say.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh. Where do we start?
What can we... Well, I mean, we are late on this review. What have you not heard about this film yet? I mean...
It's a little all over the place.
All over the place. It really is. It's just like, it doesn't relate to like, what happened in the last film.
Anything that's happened within the DC universe, really.
It really is all over the place. I mean, the start of this film with her like, the whole start with her like being like a younger, it was a flashback scene of her like being like just, doing this game, this Olympic kind of like...
It's basically an Olympics game. And a child is competing.
But the whole more of that story of like the beginning was like she cheated. Like you shouldn't cheat to like get your way.
Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't cheat to get your way. You need to hold strong to your truths and hold.
The biggest problem with that was that was the start of your film. The beginning of that had nothing to do with the rest of the film.
And I mean, even in that.
And how did she cheat? By the way, how did she cheat? I don't. She never cheated.
She found a shortcut.
She found a shortcut. How was that cheating?
It cut through the trial run. You had to hit the paces.
Okay, there's that.
And she skipped one of the paces.
But when you see the rest of the film, and you go back thinking about that first scene in the movie, it's like, how does that relate to anything that just happened in the rest of the film?
Yeah,
like,
it really does not relate to anything at all through the rest of the film.
This is just a little bit of what's wrong with this movie. There's so much more what's wrong with this movie.
From what we understand, this film basically has two openings.
It has the two openings.
Because the director didn't want to take out one of them.
Yes. No, she said like, no, leave them in there. Because they're both bad.
The studio was fighting to have just one of them, and yeah.
The mall scene is so stupid.
I mean, like, okay, just on the mall scene and the beginning scene of the Olympics and everything. One of my big criticisms is the CGI.
Oh,
the effects.
The whole movie was like that.
Okay, so I never saw the first Wonder Woman movie. You have.
Yes.
Are the effects any better?
They are. Technically, they are better in the first film.
Like, this looks like crap.
I don't know if like COVID had something to do with like,
well,
you know, like not getting like the editing right. The editing for this film was bad.
They still spent so much money on this movie.
Yes, exactly. That's the point. I mean, again, like the whole like, you know, Chris Pine comes back in this film,
and that was
due to a wish. This movie, the whole plot line of this film is based around a stone, a rock, that can grant wishes.
Not only that, but Wonder Woman can't function on her own without
him being around,
without a male partner.
God damn. You know, that's the problem with these relationship storylines in these kind of movies. Like, we don't need them, especially with Wonder Woman. I don't want to see this romantic storyline with her.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to see this.
the whole point of Wonder Woman is that she's an independent, strong woman that can do anything.
The thing is, the first film takes place in World War One. It's like 70 years since Chris Pine's character, Trevor, whatever his name was, Steve, has been dead.
His name is Steve.
Steve, like, she hasn't found like a new romantic like person to like fall in love with or something. Like, who cares? Like, this movie makes no sense. It makes no sense. And the villain played by Pedro Pascal.
Whether she's ready to move on or not, that shouldn't be the point of the film.
No, it shouldn't be. But Pedro Pascal plays the villain in this film. Has never been a villain in the comics.
It should have been Kristen Wiig.
Well, she was the villain.
She was the heavy.
She was like the Electro of the and like
there are a lot
just the background villain, just
to us there are honestly a lot of Spider-Man comparisons with the Sam Raimi
Spider-Man films, but like
Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3.
But like those movies had charm to them. This has it has to make sense in storyline wise. This movie makes no sense.
It has wackiness for no reason.
You have to see the first film first to probably really understand what's so wrong with this film. It makes no sense. Everything sucks about this movie. It does. Pedro Pascal, I was saying, the Mandalorian plays the villain,
which many people wouldn't even know that he's the Mandalorian.
And he's just a horrible villain. He is
great actor, great character. But terrible villain.
He's probably the most interesting character in the film.
Yeah.
Well, he is. But it just comes across of just
he has more of an arc than Wonder Woman.
Oh yes, he does. He does. Wonder Woman,
and then for me, going back to Kristen Wiig, she should have been the main villain.
Yes, it should have just been her and Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole point of her making the wish and becoming like her, losing her
the whole wish,
losing her joyness, losing what makes her her, and becoming this awful person with these powers that she doesn't know what to do with.
The whole storyline being based around the whole wish thing was so stupid.
Yeah.
People would say was a comic book movie. No, I mean there's no excuse.
And it had some weak point with the Greek gods. What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. To me, I think when it comes to Wonder Woman, stop doing this past shit. Do something that she's doing now. Stop going back to the past. I don't know what they're gonna do with the next film. I really don't. I just hope they do something better than this. It should just be based around what's going on now. Maybe. Stop going back to the past. They want to do Wonder Woman in the 90s next. I'm not sure that's going to happen or not. Gotta wait and see. Overall, do you recommend? I recommend if you have HBO Max. If you have HBO Max, yeah.
I recommend it just because there's really nothing else to watch.
Yeah. Definitely don't go to the theater to see this. Don't waste more money to see this. Just get HBO Max.
Spend your money on HBO Max so you're getting a whole lot more than just one.
Yeah.
But
overall, it's not a good film.
It's a little bit of disappointment.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is watchable.
Yeah, watchable. I'll see it how bad it was, I guess. Yeah, really, yeah.
It's that's true. There are a whole bunch of scenes and things that happen that you're just
that's why I kept watching the film.
Exactly.
I could have just stopped at any time, but I just kept watching how bad it was. Overall, we just gotta wait for the next film, whatever that is.
King Kong.
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
That's not until later. But there's more movies coming up soon. And I can't wait. Let's see what happens. It's a new year, 2021. Hopefully we get over this whole COVID stress bullshit. Let's just end this. I'm ready to just get back to normal. I really am.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
I'm just ready to sit in a theater with some popcorn, look at the screen and say, why are you doing that? But until next time,
yeah,
the workshop is closed.
The workshop is closed.
See you, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Happy New Year.